What's up, everyone? Welcome back. This is the second part of Can I Beat the Battle Bricks with only one slot? Which is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain it. Okay, so this is your normal loadout, right? But we can just take away half of that. But it's still not one slot, so let's just take away the rest of that, and now we're left with one guy. Can you see the problem? If you couldn't see the problem, that's fine. I'll explain it. In a lineup, every unit has an important role. If that's being a backliner, a tank, a damage dealer, a meat shield, all of it's very important. But if we just get rid of all that, we got none of that. That's the problem. That's why the challenge exists in the first place, because it's a problem. Before we get into the Chapter 2 stuff, I'm going to quick recap everything that happened in the last video, just in case you didn't watch it because it's boring. So we got Battler, the first battler in the game, and we beat the first couple stages. We got Sword Battler, and then we beat like the entire game with him to unlock Titan Battler. Then we beat the very last stage, the middle guy there, Mr. Doombringer, with Titan. Yeah, that's kind of all that happened. You don't need to go watch the first video. But anyways, now on to Chapter 3, which is more interesting. And also, I lost the footage for like the first 13 stages. So just like pretend they're there. All right, they were really easy anyway. I just used Banhammer Battler, and we got through it. Okay, that's all you need to know. Okay, so since the first levels, they didn't happen, alright? This is our actual first level, and it was quite annoying, because there's a lot of explosions, and the bomb guys can just insta-kill, Oh shoot! Okay, so, after that loss, I just kind of came back with Titan, and it took a lot longer. But we won. And now we're at stage 15, the halfway point, and well, I don't like this level. Not only did it take so long to push up to their base, this is a 20 times speed, but also once we got there, they would just keep pushing us back. So Titan would just not work for this level. No matter how long, it just doesn't work. So I had to get out and try Banner Battler, which obviously did not work. Thank you there. And then we go in with Telemon Battler. I had to just back out for some reason, I don't know so. But with Telemon's ability to heal, we finally make it to this level. Well, it's that time. The first boss of the video, DJ Radical. Basically what he does is he just kind of stands in the back line and plays his god-awful music, and it's apparently so bad that it makes all of my units cover their ears. And also stuns them, I guess that's important too, and it does a bit of damage, but he's really not a big threat. Or he wouldn't be if he didn't have the fire. Which he does, so he is a threat. But he only has the car in his second phase, and by then he should have enough health that we should be able to survive. Right? No, not right. We almost won. He had like 200 HP, but nope. Okay, well this should be the winning attempt, so I'm just gonna let it play out. Have fun, I guess. And here we are at the last 10 stages. The worst 10 stages of this chapter. The most painful stages of this chapter. The first stage isn't that bad, you just get to them, and then it's pretty much over by then. The second stage, though. But now we have stage 2. This stage has bucket taggers, which can turn my units into basic battlers. And also with titans, which also kill my units. So they just straight up kill my units. And I got pretty close with hammer battler, but once closer to the base, we couldn't get enough hammer battlers. They just pushed back, and we just love endless stalemates here in this challenge, huh? They're so common, man. Just why, man? Just let me win, bro. Anyway, this goes on for a minute, but we don't win. For your information, we don't win this one, but we tried Titan Battler. Obviously doesn't work. So this is when we get someone you wouldn't think is good for the challenge, but worked pretty well, being Crypt Battler. He's a ranged unit, which for a challenge like this wouldn't be good, but he worked. So well, I guess. Yeah, just throw everything we've learned out the window. Yeah, I guess ranged unit is meta now. Cool. Cool. Okay, so this is one of the easier levels, I would say, because they don't have any of the more annoying things, except, well, the walls can take a hit from Banhammer, which is pretty annoying. But they mostly just introduce Spartan Battler, who, easier, I guess. Everyone say hi to, say hi to Spartan Battler. Hi, Spartan Battler. He's not that bad. He just has some armor, shield, sword. That's kind of it. And he kicks your units if they have health, which is better for you, because if they're low HP, you want them to be in the back, so they kind of just help you out. I think they do also do more damage with that kick, but it doesn't matter as long as they're going to the back line. We won it. It doesn't matter. We won that stage. Mean the last 20 minutes of the footage we have is just red giants. We don't have any of the footage of the last other 4 stages are the boss. We only have red giants. Sick. Well, I guess cue red giants. Yay. dangerously tanky unit having both high HP and defense. In addition, he deals moderate AoE damage to units in range. When Gargant reaches half health, he'll become enraged, which in initial activation removes his armor and refreshes his attack. During this, Gargant's attack will also create one giant shockwave similar to the one made by Doombringer's normal attack, but with slightly more range, letting it hit some short-range backlash. Keep in mind that Gargant is a red trade enemy that he also gains a damage boost when he's at half both it and his rage mode trigger in unison, making the shockwave attack significantly more potent. The rage multiplies the damage by 1.5, and the red traded anger explosion multiplies the damage by 1.5, totaling 2.25 damage. 2 times, whatever, man. 90 times 2.2 equals 202 damage when enraged. Okay, if you couldn't tell, Red Giants was a horrible level. Especially with only one slot, that just made it much worse. But we beat it somehow. And that's also the end of this video, because I don't know, I decided that it is. Part 2 will hopefully be out soon. I don't know. I guess that's the end of the video. I don't know how to do outros, man.